Village. It's 88.3 WLFC, and I am here with Eli and Ben from Reservation.
Hey,
hello.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
Good. Thank you guys so much for coming in today and just playing for us.
Yeah, it was awesome. Appreciate you guys having us.
Yeah, of course. So tell us a little bit about yourselves, like where you're from.
Well, we are Northwest Ohio boys. We born and raised.
The Midwest.
That's right. And so we grew up in Northwest Ohio. We started getting into music roughly about, end of high school, right?
Yeah,
Roughly.
for you, for end of high school, I was a little bit late. But
and now we live in Columbus. He went to school in Columbus, so that was kind of where everything took us.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any like musical influences or anyone that really sparked your guys' interest?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely any band that kind of came out of Ohio in general. Not only that, but I'd say even just growing up, we grew up in people who did music, but they were kind of not big aspirations or anything, right?
Okay.
So that kind of got me into it a little bit, and I think that helped him get into it. But as far as major influences, I produce a lot of our stuff, so a lot of the influence I have is from production-wise stuff, like DJs and producers in general who just make music for some of the artists. That's what I really enjoy. So yeah.
And you guys are brothers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
do you know who's older?
I'm gonna guess you.
Yeah, you're right. Most people
Some
say
people
you.
honestly say I am.
Most people say you. I don't know
I
why.
probably would have guessed, but I had a feeling it
It's
was
just
you.
a maturity thing. She saw us talking. She's like, yeah, that guy's older. He's mature.
Definitely.
I'm an adolescent.
So where do you guys practice?
Actually, in the most indie way, my warehouse at work.
Okay.
Yes. I asked my
We
boss.
are surrounded by taco shells when we practice.
Yes.
Do you want to explain what you do? You just
I work for a distribution center of foods, and so we are surrounded by pasta and taco shells while rocking out. So that's not punk rock.
it is
I
definitely.
don't know why we're even here then, right? I mean,
And I heard you say something about your basement. So you write your music
yes.
there? Okay.
Yeah. A lot of the music, pretty much all of it has been created in our basement. We have a home studio. So after years of, and anybody who does music knows it's a lot of money, but if they're making it, well, it's like, okay, actually you can make good music in this area. 'Cause otherwise people pay a lot of money to pay it to go to
Right.
studios. So I just decided we'll make it in our home studio. And like I said, I enjoy producing it. So we do a lot of that stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome. So
yeah.
I saw that you guys had an album release recently.
Yes, we
right?
did.
A couple months ago, right? January?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it. What's on it?
So this album took a large chunk of our life.
Yeah.
It's 11 songs,
Okay.
and all 11 songs are really different from each other. So it was a full project, and it was probably the first song, Tattoos, which we just heard you guys play. That was one of the first ones that we finished. And I mean, it was probably a 2-year project, and we weren't ready to release it as an EP. We wanted to make it a full album. And yeah, January, I think 26th is when we released it.
Yeah, I mean, for example, some of these songs actually, like 3.5 years ago, were put together. Like Tattoos,
Like instrumentally.
a song
yeah.
called Gaps to Heaven that was put together like 4 years ago. And by put together, I mean like there's like a main chord progression or something to it. And I didn't know what to do with it. Because we've actually done hip-hop, just purely hip-hop, because he liked to rap beforehand. And I was making a lot of things for that. And then it was like, well, I don't really want to be like those hip-hop. By the way, this is when Ryan Lewis and Macklemore just came big. So we're like, I don't want to be two white dudes making hip hop.
Well, you wanted to write too. I was writing all the songs, right?
Yeah, and a lot of it was used. So anyway, a lot of these songs were it took a long time. Project is the best way to describe it because it was just a big piece puzzle.
So how long did it take you to complete the album? What did you guys say?
Oh man, we have so many jokes, but there's just so many things you have to give up. Like when making this project, like in our song Saturn, and all you got to sacrifice to make a new sound. I wrote that line, and it was basically to summarize that album making process.
Okay.
Because I mean, anything weekend nights you're recording, weekday nights you're scheming for the weekend to record, and it's just setting up shows. Drove 2 hours to get here. Just little things that any indie artist know. It's a grind. It's a straight grind.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I've grown to love it in a lot of ways more than I ever thought I would.
Yeah.
To be honest, because there's so many cool moments where you do kind of get into a cycle where you're just mindlessly making music, but then and make sure you like the music you're making first of all. But when people do genuinely say like, "Hey, I really like that song," then it's like that sparks 1,000 times better than you ever thought you would.
Right.
So that's really cool. Yeah.
So where do you guys travel around to? Have you done any tours? Is that something
We
you
have
look
not.
forward to?
We
Okay.
have not. That's something we definitely want to.
Yeah.
We would love to. And since we just kind of released everything, starting in the swing of actually starting to promote stuff, that's something we'll really start looking towards. We primarily are just in Columbus.
Columbus?
And
Okay.
yeah, and
We,
so
we might venture back to Northwest Ohio.
yeah.
Some friends might want to do some shows or something back in Lima area.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it like bars, coffee shops?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
what do
you
you guys
know
do?
it, you know
Oh, we're all about
you
it.
know
Like,
the breed. You gotta love them too. They're awesome. I
we'll play in a
love meeting
field,
people.
honestly. We'll probably
I don't
play,
care
we'll
where
play
I
in a
play
cornfield.
music. I just enjoy playing. I don't care. It's awesome.
So the name Reservation for Clouds.
Yes.
How did that come around?
People ask that a lot. I guess it's fair. The clouds thing is actually from my childhood.
Okay.
When I was really little, my mom I used to run errands, and FYI, I always used to wonder where we're going when they said errands, right? You always like errands.
Yeah,
It
doesn't
make
make
sense.
sense.
I was
Like,
a
what does that
story.
mean? Like,
So anyway, errands, and I used to be a weird kind of kid, and I would be like, "Hey, why are the clouds shaped that way?" And so when I used to always ask that, and she would give some answer or whatever. I look back, and as I growing older, I was like, "Well, okay, well, what's the, I always thought about what this growing older, and so I kind of included it as well clouds, and I thought, well, in a weird way, clouds, they rain down what they absorb. So whatever they take in, precipitation wise, and then they take it and put it down somewhere else. And so in a weird way, we're all sort of like that. And I always thought, well, we're all kind of clouds in that way. Whatever you absorb and influence yourself with, you're going to take and contribute it to other people you're around.
Right.
So and that's how clouds came about. And then the reservation.
the best part.
I was watching Major League, the movie.
Yes.
And the guy said reservation, and it was the manager of the Indians. And I was like, I don't know why I like that word. And then it kind of contributed to that. And so reservation, he takes it in one way, which is sort of doubt, right?
Or the actual place, like the reservation.
Yeah, like a safe
Like
place.
a safe
sort of
place
thing.
for people. Yeah.
Reservation. And then I always kind of thought of it as like doubt. You have your reservation. So it's sort of just like doubt or safe place for clouds of people. Like you can just kind of put your insecurities, whatever, in some big
Oh, I
basket.
like that.
Yeah.
Leave it at
So
the
that-
door, kind of
That's
thing.
sort of the and we it's like RFC for short. It's kind of what we gonna go as
Okay.
because a lot quicker. Because people, it's like I don't want to try to
say
explain.
reservations or reservation for cloud, or like they just mess it up. So
Yeah,
it's
it's-
like,
RFC.
just say RFC.
It's easier.
It
Yeah,
works,
it's
yeah.
easier. Yeah.
So do you guys have any favorite memories so far about like your journey?
Oh, you mean doing music with my brother constantly?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Love you, man.
Yeah, I love you too, man. No, I mean we've both been single for the longest time since we started music, so it's just him and I, literally. And we do music a lot.
Isn't there a song called Him and I?
G-Eazy.
Yeah, we wrote that. Didn't we?
No, we didn't. No, I just think it's fun. Things like tonight, just traveling, and I know I'll look back and just be like, wherever this leads, we'll look back and be like, yeah, that was fun.
I will say, actually, one of the coolest moments is actually hearing us on your guys' radio station. For real.
That was a really cool
That was cool.
moment. That was that. I remember
was cool.
that because I sent Joy like 2 or 3 songs, and I just remember hearing it. And like Ben was referring to earlier, when people say, "Hey, that song is really cool," and they can tell it's original and it's meaningful. When you hear those types of things, and I heard it on the radio for the first time, and I was like, "What?" It's just that mind-blowing moment.
Yeah.
And for other people, it might not be a big deal, but it's just like how far you've
and
come.
we did
kinda.
we did a video actually a while back. So we have since we've been doing this so long, we haven't really released a whole lot, but we've always anyone knows knew we did music, and since we're actually officially starting to try to pick something up with it,
Right.
but we did a video a while back, and you can see it. It's on our YouTube, and you can see
Instagram.
it. It's called Buckleless Boys, and one of our cousins was in it, and they're kind of they're in LA, and they're doing this YouTube thing. And one of the members wanted to do a make of rap music video with one of their YouTube like Buckleless items things. So anyway, we did that, and then he tagged us in it, and he did a video with us. It was really cool, but it was one of the weirdest moments because it was right when we released our album, and so it's the first time anyone who's no idea who you are actually heard the music you make. 'Cause, commonly, the worst thing with indie artists and anyone who's doing it just from ground up is the people who are immediately hearing the music are the people that know you best.
Yeah.
So they don't give a very honest representation of the music you're making, because like you're showing, like you're not literally in that moment when they hear the song. You're talking about certain things you care about.
Right.
But in that moment, you're not literally in front of them thinking that thing. So that was really cool because when we heard he posted it, and people who has thousands of subscribers heard the music, they were giving their opinion about it, which is really cool because it's clean slate.
Right.
If they say it's
People
bad,
don't
well,
know.
it's probably bad, or good, or it's
Yeah.
great, and then whatever. So that was really cool too. Is
Awesome.
hearing that you get a clean slate opinion. is
We give really
important.
long answers, don't we?
A little
No,
bit.
it's
We
good.
just went
love
down.
it.
We go down these rabbit holes.
That's part of
Let's
Cut 'em
make
off,
this a
cut 'em off.
I'm telling you, make this a podcast. Let's do it.
Yeah. Is this an
Let's
hour
do it.
segment? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm kidding.
So what advice can you give to people who like kind of want to follow along your guys' paths and just go along with music?
Oh man.
Leave your pride at the door.
Yeah, no. That's
I've
a good
always
one.
thought that. Ben and I, because we are brothers, we butt heads a lot,
Yeah.
like a lot.
We fight a lot.
And when you're both want to pour out your personal feelings and things onto songs, it's just a very vulnerable experience when you're making music with anybody and performing it. So there's a lot of times where I think I'm right and I'm not right, or he thinks he's right, he's not right. So it's just more collaboration. I would definitely say get with people if you want to get a band or you want to produce music or whatever. Get around with people who are like to collaborate. That's my advice.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I would say make music for the people that you don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, if you make music for the people around you, you're constantly kind of second guessing things. If you just make music because often even if someone who makes it, whatever, they're big artists, whatever, they view it. If I listen to music and I'm not thinking of who that specific person is, I'm just taking the song they made and applying it to whatever situation I am purposely making or listening to music. So if you kind of take yourself out of your own personal bubble for a second and just imagine yourself as sort of a caricature or like a, I don't know how to explain it. Just people can be ruthless, especially in today's world.
Yes, definitely.
So you have to just make music for specifically the people that haven't heard you, no idea who you are. Because to them, you're that person who made that song. They're not the person you went to high school with. So yeah.
So what can we expect from you guys in the future? Just
we haven't. Well, actually, one of the songs in the album we just created a part 2.
Yeah, I got to mention this. I got to plug this.
Don't use the word plug.
So we're getting physical copies of our albums. They're coming in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Plug that.
Bye. No. So we got physical copies of our albums, and we had one of our friends, Phil Keeler, shout out. He designed it for us, and it's a 12-page booklet within the album, and it just has all the lyrics, which is really important to us, and pictures, and the design is really cool. The Wimix theme, it has like a theme to it. So we're getting those in probably next week, and they'll be available online on our website, reservationforclouds.com.
Yeah.
And we're really excited about selling those. And we also have a show, which we haven't really announced yet, but we'll announce it now.
We're officially announcing
Yeah.
it now.
Oh, gosh.
There you go.
We've got a breaking news.
Yeah.
April 27th. It's a Friday. We're very excited about this show because we have not done a show since late December. And then we released our album and then never did a show after that.
It's our first show.
So this is our first show since the album came out. Hopefully people know some songs. And it's a Friday night from probably 9:30 to 11. And it'll be on North High Street. Donato's Pizza has a basement.
April 27th, right? April 27th.
Friday, April 27th.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll have the albums for sale. And
Yeah.
Awesome.
so it'll be like an event type thing.
And you guys can follow us on all the social media platforms. And we have we always post cool videos. We've really been building up really cool content as far as I just did a how it was made.
Yeah, we just did a how it was produced, and Ben walked through how he produced our song Saturn.
Yeah.
And then we have lyrical breakdown videos where we kind of pick out a couple lines in a song
Cool.
and explain what it means to us. And yeah, I mean, we're really active in what we're doing. And we just think that we really believe in what we're doing. So anybody who wants to jump on board, we welcome you.
That's right. That's right.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
So you guys have Facebook, Instagram, about all the social medias for people to follow along.
We got Vine. Oh, what is it? We don't have a Vine anymore.
That's right. I wish I had Vine.
It's dead.
I really feel like I could be good at Vine.
We got
I never got a
MySpace.
chance. I got into Vine really late, and Logan Paul just ripped that up. I swear he did. I think he just did. I don't know. He's killed it.
All right, circle back around. Yes, we're on social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We're also on Spotify, Apple Music. We're pretty much wherever digital platforms. Reservation for Clouds. Yes,
Except Vine.
except Vine because it's dead.
All
That's
right.
it.
Well, thank you guys. Do you have any last words you'd like to say? Anything about this
Uh,
April 27th?
Do you have a message to the people, Bean?
Oh wow,
at the
that's
camera.
that's quite a setup. I will say, keep on rocking, keep on being weird, and always listen to 88.3 in Finley, my friends.
You
That's
guys
it.
are awesome. Thank you for playing our songs as well. It's awesome.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you so much.
Thank you.